Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin and the alts. As always, hope you're all doing very well today. Hope you have been able to trade Bitcoin good. As always, Bitcoin did stop it here from the point of control. That is one of the biggest level, to be honest with you, we have. Well, we've got basically since in this uptrend basically here. So yeah, very big level. The reason why we're stopping here, having trading this, that's pretty cool. Yeah, if you was in Discord, this was a reason why I was looking, for this target yesterday. Where we've got a bounce from now. Oops, move with this part of control. So yeah, let's first of all check that the sound is working well. Yes, it is perfect. This is done, this is done. There you go. So let's update the levels here on Bitcoin. By the way, we've got, the first FIP time, so we've got absolutely nothing here, but again, recognize in Discord and even in daily updates, if I'm correct, that we've got no shorts on this basically. Yeah, I mean, the data was not really crazy in this, to be honest with you. Was looking for a new high to go and touch the resistance, and was looking for this, by the way, for a week. When was this posted? Maybe a little bit after that. Yeah, at least one more push up into the resistance will be good still. Have a good weekend. So it was posted on the 25th of April. And yeah, we've just been range bound basically for a week, and we just pumped it yesterday. So we finally got the bigger move up basically we was looking for. We've got also the fake out of the triangle bottom. Completely forgot about this, that we've planned the last update in case we're too long. So we've got some nice price action, by the way, since then. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the first FIP time, not correct. Okay, 29th of April. Not gonna look for this anymore, so now we can look for the 4th of May, so to speak. It can be 2 days before, 2 days after, so if it's on Sunday it can be today already, okay, as it can be Tuesday next week basically. Okay, so the best way to do something around Sunday night, Monday morning, very early, or yeah, wait for Monday basically to really, well, if you start doing something at 10 AM, that's pretty perfect. Not gonna lie, because I will be here trading it. So yeah, this is the next FIP time. That will be for the D point top there. Yeah, this is the next FIP time we can look for. But anyways, let's update the chart first of all. So daily level, we are having one just right there. And by the way, it was the first of the month yesterday, so we had to update the monthly levels. We have one new monthly around here. You can see 82,500.1, and we have a monthly naked path control on the 1,250 ticks. We have a monthly naked path control. Otherwise, on the other ticks, we don't have any. We have one at $84,562.5. This is the monthly naked point of control we are having. Okay, there are the new levels we can be aware of. So today we'll have one new daily here. Sorry, my cat's turning on the PS5. Nice. So one daily level here. Let's go here on the 1 hour, and let's go on ETHBTC stays there. By the way, I removed the DOM on my side because yesterday it was like we've really hit a target. I forgot to load up, and there we go. We really hit a target yesterday here, and my ETHBTC went down basically. It was like it was what was the name of this? Wait, just 1 second, please. All right, sorry. So yeah, my ETHBTC went down when we hit the path control yesterday. Like really, we hit it. I was saying in Discord, let's see if we can get a scalp here, and my ETHBTC went like, wait, yeah, not responding anymore. I was like, what the fuck is this? And so it was the DOM. I don't know why it was like super laggy. My computer was not laggy at all, but the DOM was like, it was just freezing for some reasons. So I got rid of the DOM, and now it's working well. That's nice. That's pretty good. That's pretty weird. But anyways, for a trading software that we cannot use a DOM. But anyways, so yeah, here we are having this naked session path control 94,582. Okay. 582.0, yes. Okay, and then we're having another one, 97, 150. I do not care. TPO, we have nothing. DNPOC, so TPO, nothing here. DNPOC will have one at 96. 96002.5. Very close. On the ticks one, almost the same, and 250 ticks. $137. Nah, I'm gonna keep that one. Wait, what the price? 137 what? 7.6. Nah, I'm gonna keep this one on the 50 ticks. Okay, so I will maybe explain a bit the order flow. Well, not about the current statement, but about the yesterday's short trade. You know, with a short here. And just right now what we can say about the order flow, it's a little bit more bullish than bearish, because we do have this big bullish UD from the low here, low, higher low. We can see a low, lower low on the right. Come on. Yeah, a bit of a mix of longs and shorts here, nothing crazy. Bit of absorption here on the last highs, giving the drop with some shorts. Well, let's see if we can take the lows here, at least the current bottom. That would be nice for the short, to be honest. Alright, so support, very key support. First of all, let's plan the support and resistance. Next, we're going to move on the wave. The wave, well, what we have planned is just playing perfectly. What can I say? This is just insane. But yeah, first of all, we are having this point of control that is very key, to be honest with you. Okay, this point of control here is very key, because if we start breaking this, to be honest with you, it's not looking so good anymore. I can pull this. Yes, this one here. Well, we can go down to there, to be honest with you. Well, we have a zone basically, so it's between this point of control around 96,000 down to 95,300. This will be the zone next. Don't want to see broken. I will have to add a bigger point of control, because otherwise, to make the good decision on this, no. Because everything shifted yesterday with the pump. Everything is shifted up here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, well, to be fair, I do not really care about a long here. Okay, if I have to long, wow, yeah, that's a pretty complex one, not gonna lie. That was the resistance of the triangle we've got before. Yeah, so yeah, I will, well, again, locally we do have a possible scalp of this, like this. Okay, this will be the best, of course, in any case. Now, am I going to look for a longer pair? Not really, to be honest with you. So if we bounce perfect, you can scalp this if you want. Okay, but the thing is, if we lose this first support, basically we're going to, again, I am going to look for this point of control with the encourage view up from this bottom, plus the levels, the new levels, basically. So naked session path control, daily naked path control. Okay, so this is the first support locally, really small support. If we do break this, we're going to look for this zone next to be tapped. Okay, and here, but again, we have to see what's happening basically there in the time on the order flow. If we get anything good, that's a long. If we don't get anything bullish in there, then we can look for all the lows here to be taken. And so we can look for a nice massive fake out here and then swipe the lows. What we have done already, as you can see here before, went lower, got the reclaim, flipping into support, offering the long trade we have planned in the last update. Okay, now we'll break this to the upside, get a nice breakout still pretty weak, but anyways, and just do a nice fail auction basically above to come back below and yeah, drop like this basically. Okay, so yeah, that will be it if we don't really hold the next support. For me, the next support is really coming around there. Okay, locally we have this 96,000, but for a long otherwise the best way to come down here. And if we do not hold, we can look for the lows, and if we do not hold the lows, that's a very big drop incoming next, to be honest with you. We're going to look for 87, 83,000, to be honest with you. This will be the next zone of price, and the best way to come down to 83, to be honest. So yeah, these are the different price. Basically we can look for a long. Okay, so locally 96,000. Oops, now I wanted to add green. If we do not hold this, we can look for this point of control, this point of controls by the way, down to this daily level, daily negative path control. Okay, that will be the best for a long. Well, I might look for this long, do this count long, to be honest with you. It depends. We'll see if we get the good data in the time or not. So we have this first long, second long, and if we drop below, well, we have the lows here, but we will see if we manage to do an SFP or a fail auction of these lows, depending on the data. Otherwise, I would say more likely 87, 83,000. Okay. So yeah, that is a plan. Otherwise, one more push to the upside will be good still, to wait for the fib time to really go and touch, for example, the harmonic target here. That's why I'm not really looking that much for a long. I mean, well, I'm saying this, but I want higher still. So yeah, I'm not looking for the last targets there really. We don't have the craziest confidence down here yet, because well, we might get another increase in price, so it's a bit complex to get the good long targets. So yeah, best way to come into this 1618 at least. Okay, so you can see here the blue fib here into the 66% retracement, and of course the best of the best way to go and touch this latest downtrend fixed range value high. This will be the best of the best to go up here and then get the reversal. Again, the reversal for a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, or we do not hold the wave 4 and we just go straight back down for the Y wave down here, because in that case there will be, as per in the last update, an ABC zigzag, and so there will be a correction in the W, X and Y down. Okay, so we still have this short in play. I remove it from my chart normally, but it's still there, it's still in play. Okay, I just well, I did took a scalp at the moment, but yeah, I'm expecting to, well, more likely to get another continuation unless we lose 96,000 and we break below this next 94,000 basically. Okay, but yeah, otherwise a new high is the best and the most probable, I would say. Okay, and yeah, very simple thing. If we break above this zone of price, again we can look for a complex approach. Let me just control all these draws here. So we have the resistance, you know, we can look for a complex approach of the resistance, so to speak. We can go a little bit above, take a few highs, you know, going to, for example, 100k. There is a very big psychological level. Reject here, flip, well, fake the pump, new, well, lower high like this, or we can look for a higher high, swing through pan, fail auction of the previous high, and then boom, 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 lose everything, flip into resistance, and just get the drop. Okay, this is something possible. So either, come on, either a new high, then drop and come back down, either a lower high, and boom, fail to push higher basically. Okay, this is a complex approach, but again, this is the same target. We just have to trade this target basically, as simple as that. That is the very simple thing. And if we don't get anything bearish off these highs, then this is likely, well, we are going basically to the next target. And again, as I said in the last update, since we are already below here, this is the biggest one. If we start reclaiming that one, then re-get acceptance above these highs, again, we can reject this as resistance, but it's very likely we're going to go for a new all-time high. Okay, so be aware of this still, but in terms of probability, we have more chance to go and take this high here to go for a new all-time high, basically. So yeah, and if we go for higher, we can look next. I mean, if we go past this fib time, we get nothing of this one. We can look for the 2618. That is coming around 12. 12th of May, sorry. Okay, so yeah, for now let's stay with this 4th of May, and next, if we do not get anything of that, we'll see. But yeah, so that is a plan basically on Bitcoin. Again, that will be for an ABC zigzag or an impulsive hit to the upside. It depends next how it's going to pull back basically. If we get a massive pullback here, the wave 4 turret is not holding, then we'll look for a massive crash. If the wave 4 turret is holding, we have some good data, some good bullish wave to start this, then we can look for the wave 5 next, more likely. Okay, but yeah, plan with the wave remain the same. Just gonna focus here on the lower time frame, not gonna repeat myself on the higher time frame. It just kind of crazy, not gonna lie, that we have planned all this smaller wave and everything is just following absolutely perfectly right now. If you was in Discord, we've posted this during the pump, and I've posted it during the pump. We've got all the smaller wave following. We've got all, you know, the smaller wave here predictions. We're going to push higher. The wave 4 here, we bounce it off the MC fib. Then we have the, in that case, the bigger blue 5 in. So we have the pink wave 3, wave 4, and we're now raising again for the wave 5. As we was looking for again before it happened. So this is just pretty crazy, pretty insane. That's why I love Elliott wave basically. This is a reason why I love it. That's a brilliant TA. Bounce of the 2316 on that one. Yeah, now getting the wave 5, so we'll have these two targets. We have hit the first one. That's also the reason why yesterday I was starting looking for a cap short, because we've hit a major target with the levels and we've hit the first important Elliott wave 5 target basically. But yeah, still one more push-up will be nice. We can go and do this as always, go a little bit above and then come back down. It is possible, and otherwise we can look for this 2618 of the wave 5. And if we go like this for an extension, then we're going to count all the smaller wave and find the targets basically of the smaller wave. Okay, yeah, so hope you have been able to take advantage of this. This is just a waste, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, let's see next if we do a C wave top or if we do a wave 5 top. We'll see what we do. But in any case, if we get a good short reaction, I will take the short. And again, if we get absolutely nothing bearish, I won't take the short. That's why the order flow is very useful. You plan the targets and then you trade the targets based off the reaction. That's why you wait for the reaction. You wait for the market to tell you what it wants to do more likely, basically. That's why it's pretty insane. You plan the next move, and then you just have to recognize if you have or not to take the trades based off the reaction into the targets you've planned for the different move to play out, right? Because the thing is here, if you, for example, go above here, get a good short reaction, you bet on a wave 4, but you know that you can also drop down to here, because that can be also an ABC zigzag for a next wave to go for a Y wave down, right? So at first you look for the wave 4, and if you get nothing good for a wave 4 here, you would just look for the continuation down. And again here, you will recognize most likely you have to take the short trade. It's like a very good example yesterday, you know, I'd say if we drop below 96,850 bucks with strength, we are good for 96,300, 96,000 basically. Very good level. We did go, so I said around there. We've got a bit of a push up, but boom, drop, test the level, go a little bit above. At the time, we've got some bullishivity forming here with some shorts and everything getting wrecked. I mean, trapped more likely. But next, we start to get a strong move down. Oh, by the way, yes, I wanted to cover the order flow. Let's cover the order flow before to next move on the outs. So it was here basically. Okay, here as I said, so around there we have this very nice. I remember the level. All right, so it was 850 or 650, 850. This level here, so we've got a nice touch of this, but you can see here just some longs getting stopped out. Next you get an increasing price with some shorts. You can see here the shorts basically are getting absorbed. You can see here. You have a low, high, low, 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 giving the little pump here. Normally you will expect to go for the highs, but again you will not long up here because you're longing here into a resistance basically. Okay, so you do not long here, but you will expect normally this high to be taken. But what happened next, you've got even more shorts, you can see here, forming this big bullish CVD. So I have been personally very aggressive. I did took my short a little bit after here when we started to get a bit of a continuation, because the shorts here was in profit. They opened it at the highs, not like here at the bottom. So I did took my short here, but otherwise the best will have been to really wait for the absorption to be cleared, so to speak, to wait for the low, high, low, low, lower, low, bullishivity to be removed, so to break it, to go below, really, to make a low, lower, low, and a low, lower, low on the CVD, to not get this bullishivity anymore. Okay, so that will be the way to clean it. So you can enter basically on this move down here on the breakout, but again, I am a breakout trader, not really, except if you have some very good data here. You can see on the breakout, when you break this down, you have the low here, you break it down, so really into this candle, you have a nice increasing of the open interest with some new shorts. This again is classed as bearish unless it's getting absorbed. It is not getting absorbed. This is the reason why you get a bit of a continuation next, basically. Okay, next. I went to the bed around there normally. Yes, when I took profit, went to the bed next. So I don't really know what happened, but basically just what happened here, and you've got next, you can see of this level a nice flip into resistance and another boom 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 drop here, but you got another flip into resistance of the level with a bearish CVD, high, higher, high, high, lower high on the right, with some longs at the highs here, and boom boom boom, even more bearish CVD, high, lower, high, high, higher, high on the right, and you get next a few shorts there. I don't know what happened there on the lower time frame, because I was already in the trade, so I didn't really pay attention, but you might get maybe some good reaction on the really lower time frame, and that well, is giving a drop basically, and where you wrecked all the longs. You have the early longs, and boom, going to a target, and then bounce a little bit bigger. That's nice. Yeah, so this is what happened basically yesterday on the order flow. Hope it helps. Let's get rid of that level. And yeah, looking for a trade because we was into a big level. That was the point of control. We are still into the big level, and we've got a rejection, another rejection of this point of control by the way overnight. That's pretty nice. Yeah, so that is it really for Bitcoin. Today, oh wow, we have some nice news. Let me just 2:30, so it's at 2:25. Where is the alarm? Here. So non-farm payrolls is moving the price most of the time, something to be aware of. And next week we are having, yeah, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so yeah, today 2:30 DC plus 2 have some 2:30, yeah 2:30 DC plus 2 we have some news that can affect the price, so just to be aware of. And yeah, I think we're done for Bitcoin. So by the way, I completely forget all the time to read the chat, so let me have a look. Good morning, mate, good to see you here as always. Can you check gold, AP and FLOKI please? Yeah, sure. Just gonna cover my alts really quick, and then I'm gonna move on this. So Bitcoin, we're done. Nothing crazy to update, with the wave and everything. Everything is following perfectly on a high time frame. Still looking for the same plan. Yeah, I mean this is it basically for Bitcoin. Just the lower time frame here. Solana, well, nothing crazy on this one. I'm not really paying attention to that one. SUI, we've got a bit of a pump of the MC fib. Nice increase in price. New wave 5 target. You can see at 3.9643. I'm gonna let you read the next numbers. If we have to push up from here, as you can see right now, we are having a triple wave to the upside. So if we have to do the wave 5 directly, we can look most likely for an ending. So here for a wedge to the upside. Okay, and then boom, 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 get the wave 4, or if that was a C wave top, sorry, ABC. Okay, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's an ABC, it's a correction, and we're going to see a crash next. So yeah, this is a plan on this one. If we do not manage to hold here for a bounce, we can look for a new low, and so very simply a longer, for example, double X, Y, X, and Z to the downside here, and then finally the wave 5. Yeah, again, there is a configuration where this will be done like this. We have the wave 4 here, we have the wave 5 here, so we are already done with the wave 3 or the C wave top, so we can get already a crash. Now, Bitcoin for now is not that bearish, okay, so I'm gonna still remain with this for the moment. That will be the plan. SUI, we're done. GMT did bounce it finally from our target. Now it's struggling a little bit to push really higher at the moment. Still in the long, but might take profit a little bit if Bitcoin start to pull back, to be honest with you. Take profit and maybe even close that trade, because that will end up here in an ABC zigzag to the upside, ABC. And there is no wave 1 5 next basically. GMT done, ton, nothing to update on this, PP, nothing to update on this, XRP, maybe we can find a new support zone on this one here. Let's have a look. Monthly, yes, we do have one new. All right, weekly here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, yeah, there is a massive support just below us. Look at this. If you have a volume level in addition to this one, that one is literally insane. It's not really matching, but let's have a look at a fixed range for the volume. Let's have a look. I should have XRP loaded here. Let's see if we have any good confidence there. No, I don't really like this. Let's see. Well, yes. We're having two zones basically. We have the first zone that is this whole thing here. Now the best way, of course, to come down here and, well, get something of this zone basically here. So I'm going to look for a long here, but it will depends of what Bitcoin is doing at the time, as always, like always basically. If, so to speak, if we hit the target here on XRP, when we hit a target, we need Bitcoin being bullish at the time. If Bitcoin is bearish, this is 90% we're going to go through. Okay, so we need Bitcoin bullish when we hit this target. That is a very simple thing. If Bitcoin is bullish or is getting a long trade, that's a long. If Bitcoin, there is no way to long Bitcoin, this is bearish, this is going to go through and we can look for the next target basically. Okay, so what is the next target? It's very simply this value low down to this weekly level, swing through pound fair auction of this bottom. Okay, so yeah, if Bitcoin is bullish at the time we hit this on XRP, that's a long. If we get Bitcoin still bearish at the time, we're going to go through and we're going to go to the next target. Same thing here. If Bitcoin is bullish, that's a long. If Bitcoin is still bearish when we hit this on XRP, we're going to go through and bam, 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 go lower and lower and lower again. Very simple. AVE, not looking really much that one. METIS, well, I would like to be super bullish on these alts, but AR is very bullish. This is insane, that one, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's really good to see, because I am in on that one, so that's nice. Keep pumping, I'm good. This one, if we have really to be super bullish, that will be another wave 1, another wave 2, and now we're going to see a 3, 4, 5 to the upside, completing next the wave 3, well, so to speak, yeah, 3, 4, 5 like this, so something pretty big here to the upside. That will be a 3, come on, a 4 and then a 5 like this. That will be the super bullish configuration basically. Okay, I don't have any targets yet because I want to see what we do this for, to plan some targets. Yeah, so this will be the super bullish configuration. Now to bet on this, we need to see if Bitcoin first of all is able to break through this big resistance or not. And again, please be aware of that. If we go a little bit above, it's not time to be bullish still, because we can still do a complex approach of this level, just do a massive fake out above and come back down. Okay, so we really have to get the good breakout data, and here get some good data, and holding above, get some good data basically. For the moment, if I'm correct, I am not on Bitcoin at the order flow. Well, yeah, we're having the confidence in any case. Let's come back in this. Boom, boom, boom. If I'm correct here, the uptrend is very weak. Yeah, you can see here we're moving up, but the open interest is just dying here. It's a little bit better now, but it's while going down. You see here, we're going down from the high, and the open interest is increasing. So yeah, overall here, this latest uptrend was very weak. These are just more shorts getting stopped out. than longs opening. So this is very weak. So for example here, this is not the craziest data for a nice and lovely continuation. Yeah. So yeah, I want to see all this good data coming in next on Bitcoin. Basically, really, I want to change this data, and I want to see the data changing. I cannot change data alone, of course. That's not what I meant. But yeah, I want to see something better on Bitcoin, and really that we are able to break through this and really hold above here to really look for, again, like I said, if we break this and we get some good data above, we can reject that into this, but this is very unlikely, and we're more likely going towards a new all-time high. So of course I will still be aware of this. I will not, like, if we come up here, I'm not going to be okay, let's not look at this level, we don't care anymore. I'm of course going to read the order flow, see what's going on there, because if we get anything bearish, I'm going to short. But in terms of probability right now, without getting the data and without being there live in the time, if we break this, this is likely we're going to go for a new all-time high next and not stop here. But that's still a resistance, we have still to be aware of it, right? Anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to take this yet because I want to see some more confirmations on Bitcoin, but this is what I'm going to take if we are super bullish. Sorry. And otherwise, you know, in any case, no, sorry. In that case, that will be a wave 1, 2, and then 3 or 5 here to the upside, something really bullish, but yeah, I'm not going to look for this for that one at the moment, unless Bitcoin is switching to really super bullish. A year. Pretty perfect flip time here, bottom with the next flip time, and the start of the rise was the next one. That was not a good pull, by the way. I mean, for this 3 top, yes, but otherwise it wasn't. Ayer is doing an insane drop, not gonna lie, this one is just pretty lovely. This one with a wave 4, okay, and so now the wave 5, where is the bottom here? Yeah, so maybe around this 1-to-1, 618 1-to-1. Let's keep that for now. So yeah, bounce of the MCF 38.2 zone here. We have planned looking for the wave 5 again. If we have to be super bullish, that's a wave 1, 2. This right here is another wave 1, 2, and 3 or 5. I still have this in mind simply because these 5 waves here into the wave 3 or C are really bad. You can see there's a wave 3. Here, if you pull the extension tool from the wave 1 top, from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 top to the wave 2 bottom, the wave 3 is reaching the 1-to-1 extension. We have only 2% chance to stop at that level. Normally we have a lot more chance, so to speak, 98 to stop at or above the 1618, and we didn't. So this is a very bad 5 ways up. Okay, this right here is a very bad and weak 5 ways up. So it means when you have some bad 5 ways up like this, that we can you get some bad 5 ways up most of the time into some wave 1. So that will be another wave 1 too. That's why also I'm thinking about this. But well, yeah, we need to see Bitcoin breaking and really being bullish for this. Well, again, it is bullish locally, but we're reaching some big resistance. We really need to break above 98,300, and next to really see that we hold and maintain 100k, basically, to really break these highs and maintain 100k as support and get nothing bearish of this to really say we're likely going to go for a new all-time high. So it's looking good on the odds. But yeah, for now, let's stay with this. So let's keep the 5 ways up here, the white ones. Let's not be too bullish for now. And again, even if we have the 5 ways up here, it can be bearish. Why? Very simply because that can be an A, B, C flat, and so that's an A, B, and this is a C wave, and then this is a correction to go lower. That's the problem of these days. We have many configurations. It can be bullish, it can be bearish. Let me just confirm it. You can see it will bounce exactly from the target, the best target of a flat, of a B wave. That's pretty insane, not gonna lie. Look at this, 123, 127. This is the best zone for a B wave of a flat to bounce from, and we bounce exactly from here. So now the only way to invalidate this is to pump big, because we still have to go past this 1618, and we have to go and touch the 200% here. So we have to go around $9.5 to really invalidate the ABC flat configuration. Okay, so it looks like this 1618 next. I'm just going to keep this 1618 on my chart here. 250. There we go. So here we have done what with the wave 3? 200%. Let's add this on the wave 4 bottom here, and let's add the wave 5 targets. Okay, so we are having this. Let's do that. Just gonna get rid of these fibs here and the 1-to-1. So yeah, we have this zone basically above 8.2 up to 8.6, and if we break above, oops, red, we can look for this right there. And if we break above, well, it means that this was another wave 1, 2, and this is a wave 3 next, 4, 5, and so we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next to continue to do. But yeah, I'm not going to take this unless we really see it on the chart or we get Bitcoin really bullish. Yeah, here, very nice pump in any case, pretty lovely, really good to see. What is this? Okay, gold. Well, gold is going really down, to be honest with you. I would say this is, well, this is still valid here. Okay, we can move that to, well, to the 50%. Okay, that will be the 38.2 50% zone. This is very unlikely as we've got a 50%, 6% before. So we have a regular wave 2. So to do a big wave 4 is unlikely. Now, is it impossible? No, it's not. So we can just accept, okay, went a little bit below. We don't have the invalidation yet. As soon as we do not break the wave 1 top here. If we break the wave 1 top, then yes, these 5 waves are not good anymore. But for now, it's still valid. And so we can look still for the wave 5 next, right? We just have a big wave 4 after a normal wave 2, so this is very rare, but not impossible. So for now, I'm going to stay with this. If we have to change the configuration, we can look for a massive ending here, so to speak, that will be an ABC zigzag, so we can look for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have to see if we hold the support or not below. Otherwise, I have another idea. It will be here simply an ABC zigzag, an ABC zigzag, and an ABC zigzag. And if you count here, we have 3 ABC zigzag that bring us with a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending into this green wave 5. So in that case, the top will be in, and we can look for this white wave 4 pullback next for the wave 5 here. Okay, that will be the configuration if we have to invalidate really locally the different counts, but for now, I'm really going to focus on these counts here. Okay. For now, there is no invalidation as long as we do not break the wave on top here. So it's all good, to be honest with you. Maybe we can plan the support here. Yeah, well, the next support basically will be this. Yeah, okay, if we drop below here, you know, for the ending, so ABC, in that case, that will be the smaller wave of a wave 1, so you look for a wave 1, for a wave 2, the wave 2 should bottom in there. If we do break below here, it's very unlikely we're in this, and we might, yeah, it's very unlikely, and I'm going to take the wave 4, to be honest with you. Okay, that will be the target for the wave 2, if we have to be an ending into the wave 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this will be the smaller wave of the blue wave 5 that will complete next the pink wave 5 that will complete the green wave 5 that will complete the big wave 3 next. Okay, so yeah, that will be the plan if we just invalidate this current impulse move up. Yes, and NQ are finally into a resistance. That's pretty lovely to see. So now it all depends basically. Are we going to get anything bearish off that? It depends again of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is breaking up, we're likely normally going to follow on these. Or if these one are breaking up, Bitcoin is likely going to follow. Sorry. And if Bitcoin is rejecting this big zone of resistance, then yes, we're going to see the drop next. Okay, so I'm not trading these markets again. So absolutely crazy bounce of the only support we have planned, and we're now into the resistance on NQ and on ES, same as for that one. Pretty good bounce. We talk about a 10% rise. This is pretty lovely if I'm correct on these assets. And now yes, we're hitting the big resistance we have planned, so that's pretty nice. Now let's see if Bitcoin is retracing, if Bitcoin is pulling back and getting anything bearish off the big resistance, then yes, that's a short. If not, then this is just going to slowly go through and continue up. As simple as that. And next we have the last chance for a short. That will be really this value are high. But again, yeah, that will be, for example, a fake out of war hit count Bitcoin, or go really into the last resistance and drop. Again, this seems very unlikely to do this and drop, but well, we see how this resistance, it's there, we have to be aware of it, but yeah, it seems unlikely. Yes, and Q we're done. ETHBTC is just totally range bound. So let's skip and go for the longer B and the longer wave 2 here. And that's it for the odds. Yeah, I have an eye on. So let's go for the request. Morning, mate. Hope you're doing great. And yes, I'm doing great. Thanks. Will you be kind enough to check Dodge and BONK? Yeah, sure, mate. We are live for 42 minutes already. Wow. So APE FLOKI. Let's have a look at this. Well, today is gonna be the long update of the week. Let's go on this one. So I said APE. Yeah. Is there in front of me, but I cannot see it there. Didn't touch that thing for a while. Oh wow, yeah, let's update all that. So first of all, the wave here, what we have planned here was an ABC down. We've got a flyweight up here. Enable, yeah, okay, so this is not an ABC, this is not a flyweight up in that case. Because here you can see we'll have a triple wave up, and then we'll have another triple wave up. We fail against here to push, to hold the wave for next, we just get a massive crash. We don't get any wave 4 so that's an ABC zigzag. So we have an ABC zigzag, ABC zigzag, and in that case, that will not take this as flyways, or that will be a WXY XNZ. So WXY XNZ, or WXY. Different possibilities for this, but yeah, correction to come down. If I'm correct, at the time this was Bitcoin was bullish. I just can't remember. December, can't remember anyways. So that was, let's take here a W. Well, we don't really care, to be honest with you. Let's take a WXY X and Z. Just gonna check out something here. Yeah, without. That's why it took us an impulsive here. I understand now. 2618 for a WXY. This is extremely rare to do this. Yeah. So WXY and Z. We have then in that case, and let's have a look here on a high time frame. No, we'll not take this anymore now. So W, X, Y, X, and Z. Let's take this red. Oh. This that one is not. So I'm concentrate. What's going on right now? I placed a fib here now. Is my connection? No? I swear I placed a fib here now. Okay, it's because it's there. Perfect. MC extension, 786 bounce, and then MC extension, 71 bounce for now. So now we do have Let me just place that perfectly. Oh wow. This 1-to-1 extension below as well, the 0, yes. So this was for the previous low where we've got a bounce from already, so we can get rid of that. So now, well, if we have to come back down again, we can look for this 0.297 basically. All right, and then we're going to go for the 123 and stuff like that. Let me just yeah, so we have this zone of price. Okay, that will be the zone next. Next we're having this. There you go. There will be the 2 zone next. And now what we can do is simply find out the smaller wave here to see if we can get this. So double XYZ to the upside here, triple wave down, triple wave down, triple wave down. So again we have tons of double XYZ here, double XY, X and Z. W, X, Y, okay, alright, X and Z, and a perfect 1-to-1 on the locks here, nice. Okay, so as for now, Bitcoin is more likely bullish, right? Okay, so I will plan the bullish configuration from the current price action, but again, if Bitcoin is pulling back and getting a nice rejection and we get a nice short basically of this big zone of resistance we're in at the moment, then we can look for a bearish configuration. We're going to switch to a bearish configuration, but for now it's basically the same as the other ads. Okay, I just planned the targets below in case we want to drop below. Okay, so we're already prepared, we already know where we can buy basically if we have to go more down here. Right now, sorry, you can see here we already had the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading here. That is leading next to the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or an ABC zigzag to the upside. Okay, so let me just yeah, normally it should be this. So wave 1, 2, 3, kind of triangle price action, and next the wave 5. And otherwise we'll have this ABC zigzag, ABC zigzag here. There we go. Can that be a flat here? Looks a little bit too low, to be honest with you. It's fine, because we only have a week, depending on the time frame, but yeah, we only have a week below the 123, so it can still be also on that one, an ABC flat. Okay, just something to be aware of in case Bitcoin switch bearish. This is what I'm going to take, for example. If we do the 5 ways up, otherwise I will still finish in an ABC zigzag here. Yeah, so this is the count here. In that case, we can look for the wave 4 pullback here. This is the zone, and we've got a bounce from where exactly again? Surprise, surprise, from the MC fib. How lovely and good is that? That is a wave 4 target. We have a regular wave 2 here, you can see clearly 56.1, 86% here, we have 73%. Oh no, by the way, we front run here at 50%. Looks like, well, I was wrong on this. So 38.2, 50%, so be aware of the 50% here. Oh, 50% is also a fib to be aware of. Okay, but we cannot go below that. If we go below that, that was an ABC zigzag. Yeah, that is a plan. Next we can look for the wave 5. If we bounce already directly now for the wave 5, we can look for this extension tool, extension pool, by the way. Let's move this 250, there you go, and let's get rid of that one here. First target is there, red. Next we're having this. Next we're having this. So 1-to-1 extension, 1618, and then we'll have the 2618. I'll let you check the price on the fibs. This is a plan on that one. ABH looks healthy uptrend. Go in. Well, you do whatever you want, mate. I'm not gonna say go in here. No financial advice. Does it look decent, really? I mean, right now, no. Overall, this is not looking healthy, mate. But locally, yeah, we have the potential, of course, of going up now. That's pretty cool. But again, don't forget, it's not because it's looking healthy. Like here, we've got the 5 up. That we're going to go for a massive bull run here. We can just end up here again in an ABC zigzag, right? If we get a bigger 5 like this, we get a bigger 1, 2, 3, or 5. It can be still an ABC zigzag and come back down again. So yeah, we'll have to see if, for me, this will become really healthy if we start to do this. Let's take this high, well, low, high, low, 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 high, low, low. We can just do an ABC zigzag here for another low high and go back down again. What we need to change here for a nice and healthy continuation next is basically to change this market structure here. So we'll have to go from high, low highs to highs, higher highs, and next, once we have done this, we need to hold. We're going to plan the supports down here. We're simply going to well, we'll need to hold here low, from low, 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 low to low, high, low, and then if we get anything good of this, then we can look for the market structure change, and then yes, this is going to become healthy. But for now, well, locally, of course, yeah, well, this is looking good. For we have the potential of going a lot higher, but on a bigger time frame, we still have some few things to do, right? Have to do all these kind of things to really change and get the real big bull run next. So yeah, this is what, for example, I would like to see if we have to really be bullish on this. Wave series activated. Yeah. So well, if you want to go lean, but it's up to you. Long term open. Yep. If you trust in it, go in, mate. I hope for you will go up. I really hope it will go up, and on every else, I hope this is the bottom. It will go up. This is what I think a lot of people want, right? Because we're going down for quite a while now, and we've got some big retracement, right? So it will be nice. Yeah, we go up. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's about maybe. I don't think so, but maybe it's to to make people bullish on it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Do you always expect the majority to get erect when checking the reaction on exo charts? The majority, not necessary. It depends of the context. For example, let's take we don't have some recent example on this, but let's take the case on exo charts here. You're getting an increase in price, you're getting all of this on an increasing of the open interest, and you're going up, and there is no bearish activity, so to speak. You have some longs filling the market to push higher, and you're getting some resistance, but you're still not getting anything bearish of this resistance. So are you going to expect this majority of people to get wrecked? Well, the answer is no, because the move up is on an increase in price. There is no absorption against this, so all these people are winning, right? And they're filling the market to push higher. Now, if you start getting an increase in price on an increase of the open interest, so to speak, new longs coming, filling the price to push higher, but when you're reaching the resistance, you start getting some massive absorption, some massive bearish activity, so you start getting some big limit shorts absorbing all the longs, then yes, the majority here of people will get wrecked. It's really context dependent. Okay, it's not necessary all the majority of people will get wrecked. Well, if you go in here, for example, you've got 23 people of, well, 23 million of people. No, it's not 23 million of people. It's just 23.4 million of new contract shorts coming into the breakout of the triangle to the downside. Here, well, a lot of people were thinking, okay, we're going down now, but this got absorbed. Where's the pretty slow? Well, really, this is very small. We can see we have a low, high low on the right, and here you have a low, and a lower low here on the right. And next, directly after this, you get the demand. So here, these shorts, and that was a majority here, it got absorbed, and you've got a demand to reverse next. So here the majority was wrong. But if you get as I said, for example, an increase in price or a drop on a big increase of the open interest, and this is not getting absorbed, then they're going to win. So it depends of the absorption, I would say. The context. Yeah. That would be my answer to this. Gold is done, AP is done, so let's go on FLOKI AP. I would like to do the levels still, to be honest. Well, it's gonna take a while. It's already 57 minutes long. Let's stay with the wave for now. And I said otherwise, yeah, FLOKI. So FLOKI. Where is FLOKI? Well, I saw Trump was pumping. We've got some fires up, so might have a look at this one here too. FLOKI's there. Yeah, first of all, the key target will be this, to really switch the market structure to bullish. Well, when was the last update on that? I just cannot remember. 8 days ago. Let's see what I've planned, because I want to see where we was, see how this thing played out. FLOKI. Yeah, it was already in the move. Okay, well, you can see how good it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was looking for the 3, 4, 5 basically. Next bigger 3, 4, 5 or C top in. Well, very simple thing. 3, 4, 5. Putting the bigger wave 3 or the C, but here we've got the pullback for the wave 4, and we have been holding this, so we can look for the wave 5 next. As simple as that one. So here we do have the 5 ways up. Can that be for a flat? On the high time from here, yes it can, but I mean some small 5 ways up like this, we're not going to end up with only this. Come on, for real, look at that again, where we bounce from. This is just so freaking annoying. Oh wow. Anyways, and on the lower time from here, are we bouncing off this too, or oh wow, yeah, again. So yeah, now the only way to invalidate this ABC flat is to go past the 1618. So let's see where the 1618 is. Oh yes, we broke it. Yes, we've hit it 20%. So normally we cannot be in this ABC flat. So we have 5 up now, more likely, so we need to do something bigger in any case. Normally here we should get a pullback still to go higher. Again, it also context dependent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin, for example, will get a massive crash of the resistance, I'm not going to try to catch a knife here, and discount was wrong in that case. But for now, with a wave, this is looking very good. So we can pull now the extension tool from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 top. 20% on the wave 3. So now we can pull the third click on the wave 4 bottom. And here are the targets. So we have first of all the MC extension. Oh, come on. But we went through, so we have now the 120 extension. Let's go with this 250. Let's get rid of that one here, and there you go. So we have the 120 extension, 1618, and the 2618. If we really have to break above here, the best would go into the 2618, because you will change locally here the market structure. Next, you will just have to hold a low high, higher low, sorry, not a low high. And yeah, that will be it. You will change the market structure locally. That will be nice. So yeah, this is the plan here. Once you've got the 5 ways up, well, you simply look for a bigger, if you still have to be bearish in the end, A, B, C zigzag. Okay, and if you have to be bullish, let's switch to some smaller wave here, red and green, like this. And so here you can look for a bigger ABC or an impulse 1, 2, 3 or 5 here to the upside. Okay. That wafer is pretty weird right now. Can we plan the levels on this? So let's get rid of a few levels there. We do not care anymore about all these things. What's that path control here? There we go. This is not good anymore. We can get rid of that. We can pull this a little bit more on the right for the next target. Yeah, the next target is really going to be this. I mean, really, if we have to push up this, well, this high here is really key, because we also have all the value low of the big range here. So this is a big level plus the path control. So really start to reclaim all this. Yeah, this is looking good for a bit of a push up next, to be honest. So we still have a few things to do here to really be bullish, but yeah, can happen. So let me just update the levels real quick. Finally, one green monthly candle here. Wow, this is very low. Okay, so let's pull this, and we are having some good confluence already. I'm not liking this fib. Well, the best way to get a bit of a drop here, another increase in price, so we can pull a fib from here to here to here to get some fibs in confluence with the levels, because the fib retracement is not really matching with anything at the moment. So yeah, that will be the first target, value high down to the anchorage view up. But again, time, if we have to come back down directly, time we come back down, it will go a little bit up here, so we'll get this kind of short target here. Okay, so yeah, that will be the first target with an SFP location of this bottom here. If we do not hold this, we can look basically next for this path control. That is a plan. Yep, that is it for FLOKI. Dodge and BONK, it was Dodge and BONK. Dodge is here. Same thing. When was the last update on this? 10 days ago. Yeah, I remember. Best will have been to come down a little bit more again once more, but we didn't, and so we've got the increase in price directly here. So, well, here we have the 5 ways up. Sorry, we have a nice 5 ways up here, 1, 2, 3, 5. So this is bringing us with a 1, 2. Well, it can be a leading here 3 or 5, or an ABC zigzag basically. And again, same as the other arts, it can be for an ABC flat. And so it'll be here an ending with a smaller wave of a leading. That'll be an A, B, C to get, you know, the correction to still go lower next basically. So yeah, we'll see next depending on of Bitcoin. Basically, again, here it can be another wave 1, 2 to get another nice continuation next if we're ready to be super bullish. It really depends of what Bitcoin is going to do into the current resistance we're at the moment. It really all depends of this right now. It really all depends of that. So that is a plan on this one. Not the best at all, but anyways, the best way here will be to plan the levels. So let's move this on the left now, because this will be really annoying to do some T's on that otherwise. Let's go to monthly time frame. Right, yeah, we already got a bounce from the first target. So this we can get rid of that. Yeah, well, this was the first target. We still have the monthly level untapped, yes. So the best will come down here again once more and, well, get a long of this, of course. And again, if Bitcoin is bearish when we hit this target on Dodge, we can look, of course, for a continuation and to go through. And yeah, okay, the next target will be basically the path control. We have 2 weekly here. Okay, we do have 2 weekly. Anyway, we can look for the 2 weekly levels basically. Okay, so when we hit a target, we just need to get Bitcoin bullish at the same time. If Bitcoin is still bearish, I mean, is bearish at the time, there is no way too long. Yeah, so let's see what we confirm on Dodge. We still have a few confirmations here to do. And what was the other one? Dodge and BONK. Let's go on BONK here. BONK is in there. I can't remember normally. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh wow, this one isn't updated the chart for a while too. What was the last update on that? More than 30 days ago. In February. So yeah, the best will have been to come down really low here. Oh, I didn't. We have any low here or what? Yes, okay, nice. That's a Y wave down here. Tempted to take here 1 2 3 4 5 A B 1 2 3 4 5 A B C. Yeah, targets on this are really not well respected, to be fair. On the lot scale, that's another that's a different thing. Look at this, how we bounce from the exact 1618. That's a perfect one here. Alright. Yeah, and this is the same than the other ones. We've got a 5 ways up. 1 2 3 4 5. This one is much more volatile if I'm correct. Whoa, geez, yeah, 80. Yeah, that's much more volatile than the other ones. Yeah. So this one here, so 5 is up first, and then you can see we'll have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A, B, C zigzag, or again, same as the other ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the plan. So A, B, C. Again, maybe we didn't touch the target because we will end up in an ABC, we'll see. I hope not, because I hope the odds are bullish now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there you go. Like this, and. So, well, if we do an impulse up, we can look for this. Y wave and wave 2 to be in. If we do an ABC zigzag, we're going to look for a continuation for a longer Y and wave 2. So here we have done what exactly for the wave 3. Let's have a look at this. From around the 200. Alright. Well, we'll have to get a wave 4 bottom for this. Wave 4, what was the wave 2 here? Regularly it looks like. No, okay, we did touch it that time. 50%. Normally here we should bounce off this zone. Let's take only this now. Bam. This is a wave 4 target. If we go a little bit more down, we can go down to the 50%, but the best will still be to go and bounce off this zone. And next we can look for the wave 5 basically. Okay, so when we'll get the wave 4 bottom, we'll be able to plan the wave 5 targets. If if we have to do this. Otherwise, if we don't have the wave 4 bottom, we cannot plan the wave 5 targets basically. Yeah, so that is it for BONK. Let's see if we manage to do the flyaways or not. It again all depends of Bitcoin basically right now. And that's it. And we're live for 110 minutes, so it will be good for today. My pleasure, mate. Can you check at AVAX and Ethereum? Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I will check at these because I like these too. AVAX here. Well, not perfect, but still a nice bounce of the 123 zone here, you can see. That's nice. Better than AP. Double EX wave. Yeah, I don't really like this wave. But again, I mean, this is the same locally, you know, it's ABC. If we have to do the flyaways up, unless we break, you know, the ABC here 1618, 200%, sorry, if we break the 200%, then we are going to print some flyaways up. And so we'll have to do an ABC zigzag or an impulsive to the upside next. Here, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we're super bullish, this can be a 1, 2, and another wave 1, 2, and then bam, 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 pump it up. Again, I would not bet on this. I will just see if Bitcoin first is mega bullish or not. So to speak, break through this resistance and hold 100k as support. AVAX. And otherwise, if we have to be bearish on Bitcoin, A, B, C, or the last increase in price, that will end up here in an A, B, C flat, A, B, C. And so after that, because you will get here correction, 5 waves, that's an A, B, C flat. There will be a correction, you know, from oops. There will be a correction in a correction. So to speak, normally you have, you know, double X extended down. I don't know what it is exactly. There will be a bam, first wave, second wave is a correction, and the last wave down. Yeah, and again, if you want to get more of this, if you really struggle understanding all this content with the Elliott wave, you can simply again watch at the free lessons on the website, on the mooncharts.fr website. You can go and sign up, go into the Elliott wave section, and you can get the 4 lessons here for absolutely free. And you will get all about this, well, impulsive stuff, and you start next with the corrections. The ABC flat, for example, is for the apprentice members, but you can already start your learning with all the corrections and all the basics and all the Fibonacci tools, understand how to pull the fibs, what are the targets of the correction, what are the targets of the impulsive, how to find all of this with all the Fibonacci and the impulsive, about the just to understand the Fibonacci tools, and then you even start with a correction wave for absolutely free. So this is pretty nice. There are not some very long lessons. You can go and check out this. For example, the ABC zigzag one is 8 minute long. Can't remember, to be honest with you. It is 5 minutes long. So you can see, you just go straight to the point. You have everything you need to know in a 5 minutes video. That's pretty nice. Anyways, ABC flat here. So yeah, if we have to be bearish, otherwise, yeah, impulse, that will be, so the bottom of the correction is made at the bottom here, and we have a bigger 1, 2, 3 or 5, or A, B, C as always. You understood the thing now. Otherwise, we can look for a mega bullish configuration, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, if Bitcoin is breaking above this big resistance. Again, no financial advice. Yeah, AVAX, and the next one was, where is it, chat here? Ethereum, yes, good one. Oh, we've planned a fib time here. Wow, look at this. How good is that? What is this fib time? I have no idea. Okay. All right, nice. Well, that was for the wave to bottom, by the way. That was for the wave to bottom here, the fib time. How cool is that? Look at this. I don't know if you have been paying attention to that. I'm not really trading Ethereum at all, so let me just move this down here. This was the exact bottom on a daily time frame. Look at that. That was the low. That's perfect. This was there for a while on my chart here. That's nice. Let me just get rid of a few fibs before here, because I want to do some TAs up here. And we bounce it from the 123 here. What is that blue fib? 7x6, okay. Yeah, not perfect, but if I'm correct, it was better with the levels. Not even that, to be honest with you. No, we just got, well, again, that's a complex approach of the level. Yeah, this is again, I don't have the screenshot anymore. I don't know why it got removed from my Chrome tab here. Well, if you go into the ETHBTC course, you go with the number 13. Yeah, 13 levels approach. You know, this is what I was talking about on Bitcoin next. That will be for the upside, okay? But that will be like go above, flip into support, fake the pump with a lower high or a higher high, come back below, flip into resistance, continue. Do this on the opposite side, and you have the reaction on Ethereum. You have the support, you go below it, you flip into resistance, you fake the drop, you reclaim, flip into support, and you get the pump. That's a complex approach, but this is all the time the same. You know, this is what I draw you here, but to the upside and the opposite way on Bitcoin. That's what happened basically on Ethereum here to the downside. That's pretty nice. And yeah, in the last updates, Workana is no longer here because Bitcoin was now bullish. That's nice. Yeah, so here in any case, now let's plan the wave. That bottom is brilliant. Brilliant. Oh no. Well, that'll be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like the other ones. Wave 1, 2, and another wave 1, 2. If we have to be super bullish, next you have the 3, 4, 5. Again, it all depends if Bitcoin gives a break above this big resistance or not. Again, it's up to you to bet on it or not. If you want to bet on a super bullish move, you do whatever you want. But personally, I will wait for Bitcoin to see it on Bitcoin. And otherwise, yeah, that's a leading. Here for a flat, it's not possible, went way too low. So it's good to see. Yeah, it's way too low. So yeah, first of all, let's look for a leading here to the upside because we already took the highs here, right? Yes. So if we have a leading here, we can look for an A, B, C next. Or for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. And there you go. Just gonna do this. There you go. So we can see the current price action. So yeah, that will be the plan here, leading more likely to the upside. And so in that case, we can look next for, again, leading or a super bullish count, 1, 2, and another way 1, 2, and now boom, big pump. It depends if Bitcoin managed to go through and get a big pump off this resistance. But that will be the super bullish plan. So this is what I'm going to take if we have to be super bullish. Otherwise, unless it happens, this is the plan. Yep. Like the Ethereum, it's done, and we're good, I think. Thanks, mate. Thanks for joining. Fetch AI. Fetch AI is FET, if I'm correct. Let's have a look at this one, and then we're going to. I'm going to end the stream. If I'm correct, it's this. Yes, I am correct on this. Nice. Oh wow! Look at that. Just gonna move it a little bit more on the right, but look how good is this. And you doubled your investment. That's nice. Let's just so it might be into the archive next in that case. I'm stupid. FET, that's the reason why I cannot find it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this was in February. That's lovely, that's lovely, that's lovely. I saw it here, no? FET is the... Yeah, so we planned 2 long targets. Nice. You can find this in the Alts archive. If you cannot find into the other TA section here, it's because it's in the Alts archive. Everyone have access to this. There's just some old channels. These are channels, not a forum. They called it a forum. Now it's in here. That's a forum. So I added everything in the forum. It's just in one place. You don't have like tons of channels. Just one forum like this. You click it and you have everything inside. It's better in my opinion. But anyways, crazy nice bounce from the 123. And now, well, this is the same than the other ones. Just that one here, the ABC flat looks a little bit not possible because we went to the 2618. So these are some 5s up or an ABC zigzag. Yep, there you go. It's like the other ones. So let me just get rid of a few levels here. This one we can get rid of it too. Let's keep that one because this one is just absolutely perfect. This is nice. So let's do this. 5 is up. 1 2 3 4 5. So wave 1 2 3 4 5 or an A. Oops. An A, B, C, depending next if Bitcoin is bullish or not. Yep, that is it. And so the wave 4, we can look for this zone there. There we go. Yeah, this one can go down to the 50%. So the best will be this. 38.2 50% will be the best. Now this is a wall zone of support basically, and we can look for a buy to ride this up next. Again, you bet on a wave 5 next. You bet on a brick to the upside of Bitcoin. So you do whatever you want as always. No financial advice. You make your decisions, right? But yeah, this is what we can look for next on FET, Fetch AI. Yes. So yeah, we're done for today. Pretty long update, but well, time to update all these assets, all the alts to plan the good setups, basically. Let me just set some alerts up here. Boom, boom, because this one I'm in, so I want to be aware of everything. This will have to be updated. Where is your monthly on this one? Okay. Plan the bottom here, we plan the bottom here, that's lovely. What a long, I mean, this is just insane. I bush here personally. Yes. Yeah, 50%. That's nice. Not as good as SUI, for example, but this is still a very good one. And we are locally changing the market structure. So next we will have to hold a higher low. If we hold a higher low, then it's good, but otherwise it can be an ABC flat again on that one. So we'll be a bit aggressive, I think, with my stop. Yeah, anyways, we'll see. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's update. Let's see if Bitcoin finally managed to break out of this. But again, we are Friday, the weekend is coming, the flip time is on Sunday night. It might be a little bit slow, not gonna lie. If we get some volatility, that's perfect, but it might be a little bit slow, to be honest with you. So yeah, let's see if we manage to get any good move today. And yeah, otherwise I'll catch you all in Discord, or not sure this weekend, but otherwise I will be in Discord in any case. Around here I'll be around, no worries. Let you know if there is anything good, for example, you know, with a trade yesterday. The only thing you have to do is to read the order flow and the data on your side. Sometimes saying I'm jumping in, sometimes no. It depends on the time. That's not a signal group. The goal is here to learn. Okay, for example here Will I get trading signals? You will not get any signals. We're not a signal group. Okay, you'll come here. It's to learn, basically. Okay, the only way to make money in trading is not to follow someone else's trades, is to learn and then apply what you've learned on the chart and make this by yourself, basically. That's the best thing to do, because for example, if I say I'm going to jump in, for example, here with a short trade, yes, but the thing is, with what risk management, you will maybe jump with 50% of your whole wallet. I will jump maybe with only 1%, or risk maybe 0.2%, because there is a massive risk here, for example. So that's the thing. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoy the content, please don't forget you can smash the likes. Thank you so much if you take the time to do it. It helps out as always. If you're watching this update later, you can also write a comment in the comment section down below. Again, thank you so much if you take the time to do it. And yeah, let's see what we get here before the weekend, or if we wait for, well, this FIB time next to get something. I would not be surprised, to be honest with you, to wait for the FIB time for Sunday night, Monday, well, basically next week, to do something really important. And yeah, anyways, have a brilliant day ahead and a brilliant weekend ahead. Take care of you, and catch you all in Discord or in the next one. Cheers.